The Seahawks were back on the field Friday for their first full-speed practice of the 2020 season. What's going on, 12's Jackie Montgomery with your Seahawks Daily. In 2019, Tyler Lockett led all Seahawks receivers in catches, receiving yards, and touchdowns. Now, in his sixth season, the wide receiver said while in quarantine throughout the pandemic, he's actually been able to tap into something that might make him even better in 2020.
I've been taking this time to find myself, and now that I'm in football, I'm starting to become more free than ever. I'm starting to just play my game more in a way to where my mind isn't invading my game. Like, a lot of times I let my mind dictate how I play, and I'm learning how to free myself from those thoughts and being able to just play free and really see like where I could take this game, not only in my play, but also in the play of my teammates, being able to support them more than I've ever supported before, and really wanting them to win just as much as I want to see myself win. I think for me, that's the motto this year.
Building up others means continuing to mentor second-year player DK Metcalf. The duo combined for nearly 2,000 receiving yards and 15 touchdowns last year.
I think it's going to be something that's very special. Obviously, I don't know what it's going to look like, but I just know that it's going to be very special because when you have people who are unselfish, and when you have people who really want the best for one another, like I said, I'm going into it with the motto of I want you to win just as much as I want to win. And when you really do that, you'll start to see just how much another person's success opens the door for you. And I think it's really about how you see things and how you view things. And I think that it's hard for teams to go into it with the mindset of who should we stop, who should we guard, what kind of game plan should we have. Because if we're a team that knows how to adapt, you never know whose type of games it's going to be. But because we see in the game whose type of game it might start to be as we adapt in the game, you start to realize that you have a person behind you that supports you, that cheers for you, that'll help you figure out how to get open and how to run this route. And one person feeds off another person's energy. And that's when you start realizing we're building each other up to get to the top instead of trying to tear one other person down so we could get to the top. And so I think that with us, we're going to be building something that's going to be very special, to where it's not only going to be shared with us, but the rest of the receivers, and hopefully it starts to go around to everybody else on the team. But I think that's what's going to make this year special, is because we're going to see what it's going to be like actually continuing to build each other up just from last year to this year.
Looking at the receiving corps as a whole, they have the potential to be dangerous with the combination of speed and the ability to move players around, keeping defenses on their toes.
I think we're going to be really, really good. I think that when it comes to speed, I think that we have everything that we need. A lot of guys can go out there and run, and I think it's just going to open up things a lot. Especially for me, a lot of teams were used to seeing me do certain things, and they can't really focus on that a lot anymore because now you got a lot of new guys who could be able to do those same things. And so now it's kind of like we can be able to throw it to any and everybody because everybody understands the offense a lot more. We're starting to move people around a lot more. So you'll never know where people are going to line up at, and I think that's where our dangerous weapons are going to be able to succeed. You don't know who we're going to run the ball with. You don't know who we're going to throw the ball to. We added so many additions, and the thing about it is the people that we added on our team are also selfless. And that's what you have to be able to have in a team, is selfless people that want each other to succeed. And I think as we're continuing to build, though it's been this is the first day we get to go against the defense in real practice, I think that we've made tremendous jumps because on the Zoom calls, everybody's starting to understand the mental assignments. And so now when we come out here, it's just going out there and play. Obviously, there's going to be some things that we got to be able to work out with lining up, doing certain things with DBs guarding you. But for the most part, we already got the hard part figured out. Now it's just trying to get back into our game and do what needs to be done so we can be able to play in about 4 weeks.
As a fan, these next 4 weeks cannot go fast enough. It's crazy to think that the first regular season game is less than a month away for your Seattle Seahawks. Well, the players have Saturday off, but they will be back on the field on Sunday. And don't forget, you can stream training camp live right here on Seahawks.com.